May you be open to receive from those who extend kindness, care, compassion to you. May you rest peacefully under the sheltering wings of divine love, trusting in this gracious presence, Aquarius. May you find little moments of beauty and joy to sustain you. May you keep hope in your heart, and may you desire to be healed. May what is wounded in your life be restored to good health, and may you be receptive. May you be receptive to the ways in which healing needs to happen. And may you take good care of yourself. May you extend compassion to all the hurts within your body, mind, and spirit. This is about the body. May you be patient with the time it takes to heal. And may you be aware of the wonders of your body, mind, and spirit, and the ability in returning you to good health, Aquarius. May you have peace now and always. Welcome to your heart chakra activation reading. Aquarius, let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths, and I will start us off with some affirmations here. I have some notes, I have some questions, and a lot to talk about. Let's get into some affirmations. We're going to take our time. We're going to unwind, relaxing the body, remembering while you are taking these deep breaths, Aquarius, think light. Inhale and think light. Exhale and think balance. Inhale, light. Exhale, balance. This is about balancing our ego, decompressing the body. The body has been restricted, and it has been restricted for quite some time. We may not even be noticing sometimes that our body is restricted and has been restricted. So, in essence, taking deeper breaths is so essential in Pisces season for our Aquarians. What is Pisces season doing to our body, Aquarius? Are you taking heed? Are you paying attention, being aware of where your body is taking you, and what is your body telling you in Pisces season? Perhaps for some of us Aquarians, it is the time to decompress the body, the physical body, okay? It has been too restricted. Are you having healthy conversations with yourself? Those are too many cards. There's too many cards. Sorry, I'm just gonna start with one. Okay. Are you having healthy conversations with yourself, Aquarius? Where do we want to be with our body? You may not be paying attention to what your body is speaking to you about, is what I'm getting. I want to start off with love. Love is not for the weak. The energy of love, being in the energy of love, it is not for the weak. It is hard work, and it takes a lot of hard work. These cards just will not come out. An affirmation for our Aquarians, please. Love is not for the weak. It takes a lot of inner work and shadow work to be able to be placed in the energy of love. I suppose it is also a choice, much like everything else in our life is a choice. Balancing the ego is also a choice. Staying in unhealthy ego is also a choice. Sometimes not even aware of what our body is telling us. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness Your body wants to be in a more comfortable spot. Your body is wanting to be more in a familiar place. Whether that would be in a relationship, a romantic relationship, a relationship with a family member, a relationship with a friend, a relationship with a husband or a wife. is what I'm getting here. Your body is wanting to be in a place where it wants to be inspired. And a lot more of that feeling of being inspired. Your body is wanting to be in a place where it wants to take more accountability for setting yourself free, for setting your body free. Knowing when to give yourself space so you can listen in to what your body is telling you. I'm hearing that it has been a loud world, so loud that you can't even hear what your body is trying to tell you and where you want your body to be, because it's been suppressed, stressed, overwhelmed, overloaded. And having to know when to give yourself the space and time to listen into your body, this is allowing you to stay inspired. This is allowing you to be in the energy of inspiration. At the same time, decompressing the body, the physical body. Okay? I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Abundance. We want to be in the energy of abundance. We want to be in the energy of love, light, abundance, joy, and filled with it, overflowing with it. Sometimes some of us have a tendency to question love, right? Love is never boastful. Love is never egotistical. Love is not selfish. Love is always kind. And perhaps while love is always kind, Aquarians sometimes may question why it's too kind. Does that make sense? Aquarius may sometimes question why love is too compassionate. Perhaps this is where Aquarius needs to balance the ego, because the ego sometimes speaks louder than your essence, and essentially you are love. Love is not for the weak. Love is not to be taken as weakness. Vulnerability is not to be taken as weakness. It is to be taken as powerful. An inner strength that you too hold within yourself. You just have to tap in and believe. That's a very strong message. That is a very strong message. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. At the same time, Aquarius, your ego is getting to know itself to be healthier. Okay? I'm going to use the Art of War Oracle deck, a strategy oracle for success in life. I love this deck so much. And I believe this has been the deck for me to use because of how the world has been. Take that as it resonates, okay? Remembering the questions here, Aquarius, what does my physical body need? What is Pisces season doing to your body? Are you having healthy conversations with yourself? This is gonna help you come back to feeling more, of your essence than you having to stay in ego, whatever that means for you in your life, however you want to apply that in your life, okay? Because what I'm getting here is that while your body is feeling restricted and while your body is feeling a lot of that suppression, this could be like trauma, dude. And a lot of it. Some of us, what we're doing in Pisces season, collectively, some of us, what we're doing is we're letting our body falter. There's resistance, and a lot of that resistance is coming through. Why is there resistance? Because love is. not for the weak. Pisces season is telling us love is not for the weak. You are not weak, Aquarius. You have perhaps been in ego, and the world has made you out to be this egotistical person. Perhaps you have such a big heart that you may not even differentiate sometimes where you are with your ego and where you are with your essence. Those are two different things, is what I'm getting. And the unhealthy ego and the essence are two different things, two different sides of the spectrum. It's just like fear and love on the same, but the opposite side of the spectrum. Perhaps you're not getting inspired enough. I'm hearing you're selling yourself short, is what I'm hearing here. You're spreading your wings too thin. Speaking in public. The prospect of speaking in public can be terrifying. However, it is a great skill to develop. Ooh, I'm picking up on the energy of the number 11 and number 22 could be significant. I'm also getting that for some of you, as the energy that literally just came through right now. I'm just trying to recollect my thoughts. For some of you, you've been having issues with your speech, okay? As this card comes out, I'm getting the energy of, for some of you, you've been struggling with your speech. You have been struggling with speaking up and expressing yourself at your fullest. You might have had a speech impediment when you were a kid at a very early age. You were probably a child who had to take like special classes for you to help you with your speech impediment, your development. Okay. For Sun Tzu, the enemy of the public speaker could be lack of a point, mumbling, reading your speech, and making too much of your mistakes. Know yourself means know your material, relax, be confident, dress right, sober up, practice, and be yourself. When I was a little girl, here's the backstory. When I was a little girl, I was a shy girl. I didn't speak much. And the reason behind that is because when I came to America, I had a Filipino accent. I was super fob. And I was very shameful of that. I didn't want to speak with my accent because I know I'd get teased. I know people would make fun of me. And they did. And it was mostly the women who made fun of me. It did not make me feel good. It did not make me feel comfortable. At the same time, I was very shy. I was already a shy girl. I was already a very quiet girl. What made me even more silenced, what made me even more silent was the fact that I had an accent. And back then, I had this mentality of if I didn't speak at all, then people wouldn't make fun of me. Then it's better to just quiet myself and to keep my mouth shut than to be made fun of, than women making fun of me, right? I had that in my mind. I felt dumb. I felt so stupid as a little girl. I felt like using my voice didn't matter. And so I kept myself silent, not knowing that while I was keeping myself silent and I had that in my mind, if I just did not speak, I would not be made fun of. People would not tease me. I had that in my mind. So there I am, quiet, couldn't get a word out of me. Not knowing that this was affecting me and harming me mentally. It was harming me emotionally, right? Everything is linked to your emotion. Everything is linked to your emotion, and then it becomes mental. And then sooner or later, it'll catch up physically. Yes? For some of us, what I'm getting is that it's so hard for you to speak your truth, because when you speak your truth, it has so much impact. I too, as a little girl, spoke a lot of truth. And I was also silenced every time I spoke the truth. And perhaps while you had spoken the truth, somebody here is out to attack you and say, don't say that. Don't do that. Perhaps for some of us Aquarians, you've gotten used to silencing yourself when you do speak the truth, because when you speak the truth, somebody else gets threatened by it. They don't agree to it, or they just don't like it. So what I'm getting with this card, that's inshallah amazing. What I'm getting with this card is, while you are putting yourself in the energy of confidence, know yourself means know your material, relax, be confident, dress right, sober up, practice, be yourself. Heavy emphasis on sober up. Heavy emphasis on the word sobriety, okay? Know yourself. I also would like to add that most of the time when, for example, when you have to present yourself in front of the room, when you have to present yourself in front of so many people, and I've had this scare my whole fucking life. Like I said, like I was a shy girl. I didn't use my voice very much. I did not even know how to use my voice until now, until I turned like 30, and I'm almost 33. Fully complete, right? What I've learned over the years is that you don't actually need confidence. You just have to be comfortable enough in your own body and skin that what you're saying is true. Now, when we place ourselves in our own essence and not our ego, everything you say, everything that comes out of your mouth is natural. Everything that comes out of your mouth is as is, right? So when we put ourselves in the energy of love, when you speak, you just are. When we put ourselves in the energy of love, you are. Therefore, you are. You is. Sun Tzu said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, your victory will not stand in doubt. And if you know heaven and know earth, you may make your victory complete. Confidence is key. But where does confidence come from? Ooh, another question to ask. Aquarius, where does your confidence come from? It isn't actually rooted, and I'm going to pull up another card here because this is an interesting read. It isn't actually rooted in our ego. And perhaps this is why, going back to what I was saying about balancing our ego, Aquarius, finding our confidence is not rooted in ego. Confidence is found in balancing ego and knowing where we are with our ego. There is a difference between unhealthy ego and a healthy ego. What does a healthy ego to you look like? Remember, while you are detecting your ego, ask yourself, what does love mean to me? What does love actually mean? Love is never selfish. Love is never boastful. Love is not one to think ill will. Love is not one to be spiteful, revengeful. Love is kind. Love is smart. Love is intelligence. Love is in flowers. Love is in plants. Love is in the sky and the stars. Love is the moon. Love is the sun. Everything that we see that makes us feel good. Love isn't the things that does not make you feel good. Heavy emphasis on sober up. Heavy emphasis on sobriety. Heavy emphasis on self-awareness. Pick your battles. As in war, so in family life, some battles or arguments cannot be won. All families argue, whether it's parents arguing with each other, parents with children, or siblings with each other. Communication is key in establishing boundaries. Communication and arguing are two different things. Communication is rooted in love. Arguing is rooted in ego. Communication is key in establishing boundaries. If you have to argue, don't lose your temper. Be rational and deliberate. But remember, sometimes it is more important to move on. When you see yourself rooted in fear, when you feel yourself to be rooted in fear, when you feel yourself to be rooted in doubt, that is exactly what you're going to project onto other people. That is exactly what you're projecting out into the universe. Sun Tzu said, he will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. That is perfection. Sun Tzu said, he will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. When we hold on to a lot of love and self-love and knowing where we are with ourselves and being more self-aware with ourselves, knowing that if we place ourselves in the energy of love, why the need to fight? Unless you're trying to pick a fight and you want drama and you're asking for drama, then you get drama. But why pick a fight when you can choose to sit and understand, when you can choose to sit and talk about it? I believe that it has also become a world, a society where we don't even actually get a chance to listen to people anymore and what they have to say. We just react. And suppose this has a lot to do with where our body has been suppressed, traumatized. It has been a generation of genocide. Okay? We are a day-to-day, daily being traumatized. This is a generation of traumatized kids. Yeah? This has been a generation filled with students, children who has been traumatized. We did not ask for it. Let's just put it that way. We did not ask. This generation did not ask to be traumatized, but somehow life happens. When you're in a competitive environment, Aquarius, your ego will get triggered. Perhaps for a lot of you, that is something that you're experiencing in Pisces season. You are in a very competitive environment, whether this would be at work, whether there's something you feel you have to compete with a friend, a family member, compete with a partner. Again, ask yourself these questions. Why do I need to compete? That's your ego. That's your ego driving you. When you know you have to pick a fight, when there's a feeling where you feel like you have to pick a fight, when there's a feeling where you feel like you want to start drama, when you feel like you want to be revengeful, when you have these thoughts, you aren't actually in the energy of love. You're in the energy of fear, doubting yourself, that love is too big and it's impossible. Love is never too big. Love is never too much. Love is, therefore, boundless, infinite, insurmountable. Sometimes love is even way above our own comprehension, humans' comprehension. We don't understand what love actually is because it's so big and large, larger than life. Back street, back, all right. Is that the song? I don't know if that's, I don't know. Where are we emotionally for our Aquarius? Where are we emotionally? If your ego can be so big, bigger than your forehead, bigger than your head, then know that love can also be just as big, sometimes even more. So when somebody is showing you love for no reason whatsoever, and you're threatened by it, like, ask yourself why be threatened by someone else's love? Why be threatened by someone else's care? Why be threatened by someone else's love? To you, it's like, why are you loving me too much? Because that's how I am. So this person who is giving you love, this person who is trying to understand you, they are actually in the energy of this, of abundance. They're not in the energy of fear. They're in the process of this. And while you are rejecting it, Aquarius, you're thinking to yourself, why are you giving me so much love? Perhaps you're not in the energy of love for you to comprehend why I'm giving you so much love. I'm getting that once you decompress your body, you have a better understanding of why it is. While, emotionally, 7 of Wands. Okay, yeah, I feel that. You're restricting so much. Okay, I'm talking to a masculine here, I feel like. I'm talking to our masculines more. Okay? Oh my gosh, please don't hate me. I know your ego is like, your ego may be talking to you, and you're trying to understand, why am I having these thoughts? I'm not very comfortable with them. Think light, think white. That when you place yourself in the energy of love, there is no thoughts of, how can I get back to this person? How can I be destructive to this person? Why would you ever want to be destructive to anybody? Why would you ever want to be harmful to anybody? Here you are. You're building a wall, a fence around you, Aquarius, is what I'm getting, okay? And while you are doing this, you are in fear. Why are you scared of love? In this way, I'm getting that when you do put yourself in the energy of fear, are you also gaslighting your own self? So when somebody is giving you genuine, true love, you don't actually know how to receive that. So you take it as manipulation. You take it as, this could be just happening in Pisces season, right? This is like in the air in Pisces season. This is like what you've recently been experiencing. It may not be like this all the time, but in Pisces season, what Pisces season is doing to our body is letting us relax, is exactly what it's doing. Pisces season is saying love is now weak. So whatever it is that comes up for you in Pisces season, whatever it is that you're feeling in Pisces season, is to be loved, is to be appreciated, is to put yourself in the energy of grace and accept what you are receiving in Pisces season. The one thing that Pisces season does not want us to do is resist. Although that has been the experience for you. You have been resisting a lot. And while you're resisting, your ego is growing and growing and growing and growing, and it's not healthy. So coming back to the questions, are you having healthy conversations with yourself? Your ego is getting to know itself to be healthier. Okay. So what I'm also getting is that while your ego is wanting to get to know itself to be healthier, you're going to have to go through the gaslighting first. Almost like you need to get knocked out first before you even realize and wake up to the fact that your ego has grown bigger than your essence. Like you almost gaslight yourself, protecting yourself way too much, like overprotective, way too overly protective that you can't even relax in the energy of love anymore. I don't want to say the word anymore, but the feeling almost like you've forgotten what it's like to actually love yourself. Like you have forgotten what it's like to love yourself because your body has only experienced trauma. Your body has only experienced perhaps hate or doubt or fear, and a lot of fear. I was just, before I went into this reading, I was having a talk with myself going into this reading, and the flow I was in for this reading, I had the thought of, and this generation, our millennials, if you will, our millennials we have been experiencing so much trauma. This generation has been experiencing so much trauma that our body has only ever really known trauma, has only ever also really known unwholesome and fear. I was also thinking that we were conditioned to think fear and to feel fear. Perhaps for some of you, since you were a kid, you were conditioned to be in the energy of fear and only in the energy of fear. So how you are responding to the world is out of fear. It's not out of love. You actually don't even know what love is. And Pisces season is teaching you what love is. And perhaps there are people around you who are teaching you what love is, genuinely. And they may not even verbally telling you. They're telling you through actions. They're telling you through nonverbal actions. And you may be questioning it like you're... you may be questioning it, but you're in energy of being in your ego. You're placing yourself in your ego, and you're thinking to yourself, this is too much. This cannot be real. This cannot be true. What is too much is when you have harmed somebody and you can't take that back. And not even a sorry can't fix it. Yes? But what can be too much and is acceptable, and what is even more healthier, is that when you are in the energy of love, there is more understanding, there is more communication, and even healthier communication. And you feel your heart is in the right place. The number 33 can be very significant. So emotionally, you may be overwhelmed. Okay, emotionally, you're so overwhelmed that your body, your physical body, is feeling all of this, and you are now having to be decompressing because you have suppressed so much of these emotions. Are you now finding yourself to be like, what do I need to do with my physical body? What do I need to do to come back to feeling more at ease? Maybe needing needing time. Great. What I said earlier, knowing when to give yourself space and time so you can listen in to what your body is telling you. I have the sun. Okay. Okay, I'm getting this image of like, when the devil, you have the devil and you have the angel, right? When the devil talks to you in ways, it's going to confuse you. When you pay more attention to what I'm trying to interpret this the best way I know how. When you do not humble yourself, you have the devil and the angel. This is the image I'm getting. The devil is going to talk to you in ways the devil wants to talk to you. But your angel is always going to remind you to come back to what feels right and to what feels good. The angel is always going to remind you who you are. Okay? While the devil is going to do its job, the devil has its own job and tasks it wants you to do. The angel always has your back. Just saying. The devil is going to speak to you in so many different ways to confuse you. Guarding and fighting stance. I don't know what you're trying to do to me, but I'm going to keep myself in a fighting stance. Okay? The devil is always going to confuse you. The devil is always going to want to speak to you to confuse your mind. So I'm getting like, in your behavior, in your attitude, you are listening more into what the devil is telling you, while your mind is trying to align itself with your body. The mind and the body is not in the same place because the body is suppressed. The devil will always and forever confuse you. You have to differentiate what the good and the bad is telling you. You're always going to have the bad and you're always going to have the good, right? On your shoulders, wherever you go. Which one are you feeding more? Are you feeding the dark more, or are you feeding the light more? Have you actually gotten to know your light? Have you actually gotten to know your light? Where are we physically with our Aquarians? Have you actually gotten to know where you are with your lights? I'm telling you, conditionings from our childhood, our generation has been conditioned to think in fear. That as an adult, we don't even know what our light looks like. We've been conditioned to think out of fear that we don't even know what our light looks like. And so while you are overwhelmed with so much emotions in Pisces season, Aquarius, you're going, I don't actually know what love is. But perhaps you don't know what love is because you haven't given it to yourself. And so when you are getting love from people around you, you're like, that's bullshit. When it's not. When it is not. You're thinking it's bullshit because you've only gotten to know bullshit. So while someone else is actually giving you genuine, true love, sometimes very authentic love, you're going, what the fuck is this? I don't feel comfortable. Of course you're not going to feel comfortable because it does not feel familiar. And that's probably something that you have not gotten from your mother. It's probably something that you did not get from your mother, is what I'm getting. I have the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. It's like nobody stood up for you. Okay, I'm talking mostly to our masculine. I said that already, yeah? It can also be like a female masculine. Okay. You flip it how it is playing out in your life. I'm getting like your mother did not give you the love and the care. Like I said, you were conditioned to think out of fear. It's like your mother did not stand up for you when you needed to be cared for. Your mother did not stand up for you when you needed to when you needed love, when you needed to be nurtured, when you needed to be cared for, your mother was not there for you. Your mother has a very significant play here. Okay, I'm going to pull up a comfort card before we wrap this up. Aquarius, I want to say, and this is coming from me, you are not your scarcity. You are not your envy. You are not your jealousy. You are not what you were conditioned to be and to think. You are only abundance. In the process of growing and learning and relearning and unlearning, you are a student. On your way to mastering your ego. I wish I had incense, but I don't have it right now, I'm sorry. Healthy conversations, knowing where you are with your body, decompressing your body. You're on your way to mastering your ego. And your ego is just wanting to get to know itself to be healthier. Because while your mom did not give you the care and the nurture that you deserved, fuck, how can you not be in a place where you're feeling all kinds of things that you don't understand? Remember, the devil speaks to you in a very confusing way. The devil does not have the same conversations that you have with your angel, okay? The devil will forever confuse you. The devil's job is to confuse you. The angel's job is to remind you who you are. Enjoy the tranquility of water to remove stress. Immerse yourself in a soothing bath. Walk near a body of water or gently splash water on your face. I'm getting like some of you need to go and sit by the beach. Enjoy listening to the sound of the waves. Heavy emphasis on water. Pisces also is an element of water. Take baby steps. Go slowly like the patient turtle. Do not try to rush or force anything. Baby steps are golden. They will lead you to your fondest goals. Okay. Perhaps in taking matters of the heart, we need to take baby steps. I'm also reminded to tell you that healing is also not for the weak. Energize yourself with earthing. Walk barefoot or stretch out on the grass. Put your hands in the soil or hold a stone. Let the earth restore your strength and ground you. I have citrine here. I believe this is citrine. A really good friend of mine gave this to me. I also have rose quartz. Yes, rose quartz. This is a very common stone crystal for heart chakra activation. Okay. And I also have selenite. I believe selenite also energizes and re-energizes the stones and crystals. Okay. Stones and crystals may be a friend to you right now. Start with something small, something that you can hold on to at work, something that you can hold on to wherever you go, really. I'm also getting like, get a worry stone. I don't know if like some of you guys are familiar. A worry stone, it's got a little like dip to it, and then you just rub it like that with your thumb. And it's supposed to give you a soothing feeling. Okay. But you can do it with any stones. You can do it with any stones. I would say when you go into a crystal store, if you decide to just look around and see what feels right with you and just connect. Aquarius, let Pisces season shower you with love. And I'm sorry to say, but I think that's what you need. And even if you don't feel it's true and you think it's fake, believe that it is. And just keep believing that it is. That love is and will forever be bigger than our comprehension. Thank you for this reading, Aquarius. It's been real. Take care of yourselves. I will see you in the next. Let Pisces season take care of you. Baby steps. I love you guys. Bye.